the top 10 boss battles, unscripted. Number 10, let's start with that. Once you jump in that pot, there is an evil witch waiting for you. Her name is Gruntilda. Honestly, people remember Gruntilda as the evil witch that Rare created in 1998. They were right, onto that boss battle. It can either be very easy to beat or a really hard boss fight to win. For a few examples, you can use Kazui's eggs, whether you can shoot it from the buttocks or the mouth. Either way, it's awesome. And later in the game, Damager will eventually get a shield, and the player has to jump on the jump pad to fly with the Kazooie and use the feathers that you collected earlier in the game or before the boss fight to attack her. Eventually, later in the battle, the Jinjos will help you. And those Jinjos are pretty awesome, in my opinion. Eventually, another Jinjo comes. That Jinjo, not the purple Jinjo, the middle Jinjo, will be coming soon. Eventually, later in the battle, as soon as you defeat her, her shield, finally there's the mighty Jinjo meter, but you have to activate by shooting all four sides. After she has, it still has more attacks from Kazui's eggs. It can still be from the butt. Still takes some damage, and finally there's a link. After she gets one more attack, which fails and defaults to her doom. To her very, very doom. However, if you fail, she turns out, oh my god, she looks so hot. And oh my god, I want to date her so bad if she was actually real. And Tootie turns into a monster, your kind of kidnapped sister. Number 9. Mega Man is an amazing achievement for Capcom. Also, his X version has a pretty good boss fight. Meet Sigma. First of all, he has this dog. And he's very easy as long as he uses walls. Second, Sigma comes and tries to beat you. And yeah. He also uses the walls as his advantages as well. You can dodge it with the walls, but wait, there's a special wall about which he transforms himself into. Gosh dang it, and you might have to avoid them or use them as mighty platforms to shoot his weak spot, aka his hand. I mean his head, my bad. And after you defeat them, he's a little crybaby and makes a little bit excuses. Number 8. What is number 8? He's one of the greatest bosses ever. He is Wizpig. Yes, this entrance is it's very intimidating. I love it so much. However, there is a way to beat his butt and eat some bacon. You defeat this boss by using the speed boosters, and then after you can catch him up and actually get into in the first lap actually. In the final lap, you can actually defeat him barely, and he will little cry like this. Oh, little poor Wizpig, I so love him though. I love him so much. A big bully, that's what he is. That's what he is. It's just like Sigma. However, later, he runs. In the cutscene, he hides near a lighthouse because he's a huge bully and wants to scare everyone to pieces. He runs to them and bullies everyone with his intimidating size because he thinks everyone's small, and he uses his ship as well. Hooray for that! Hooray for laser beams! No, not Conquer. No. Ah, this sucks. He still uses his intimidating size to terrorize everyone, and after he gets beaten up in his ship, and you have to probably fight him again. Yep, there's a fight. Another fight, which starts with laser beams and rocks that a character has to go through. Eventually, the character gets a shield that protects you from those lasers. If you lose, he hides in the protection of his lightning, and he's like, yo, what's good? And however, if you win and actually have the satisfaction of beating him, for example, his rocket has a mechanical error, and his rocket will speed up. Yes, his rocket will speed up and crush him into the moon. That is so sad. And Wizpig dies. Now, oh my god, there's a parade! Party! Yay! I love parties so much. And the story behind it is that Wizpig brainwashed everyone to beat him twice, and the genie, and now after conquer, now guess who's the leader? The genie on the island, and never the genie island. Good deal. For now, number 7. Number 7. The old Sonic games were awesome. The mobile times you see Dr. Robotnik or Eggman. For example, Sonic was on the pinball machine, boys, pinball machine, and some lava, and he also goes to the floors, which actually Robotnik can actually upgrade his armor to make Sonic lose all his range, and he can defeat him, and he gets smarter as he himself because he's Sonic. And there's a trapdoor waiting. Who set a trap? Number 6. Oh my god, Elite Four is so awesome! The best thing happened in Generation 1. We actually had 4 competitors, an actual challenge. Later Generation got a little easier as you got to be a true trainer. All are ice, fighting, ghost, and dragon. Yeah, those are the original 4. Eventually you get to nice lady called Agatha. She uses poison or ghost types on her team, and she respects you when you defeat her. Finally, you get to defeat Lance, where he actually tricked you. He was the original trickster back in the day. To defeat him, and also after you'll defeat him in his Almighty Dragonite, that is when Blue comes and beats you for being the champion, and you gotta defeat his team again, such as a Pidgeot, and also you have to face the starter that has super effectives against your team as well, because he thinks he's prepared. And then after you defeat him, he complains, just like every other boss. Oh geez, I wonder what it does. And then Oak comes to congratulate you and Gary for making this far. And I know you're making Oak proud. Number 5. Oh, Master Han, you're a great boss in Super Smash Bros. For many examples, he uses a punch down move, a finger move. Also, he also has a spinning hand, which actually does many damage, and also he does this rock thing that he also has a rocket. And then once you finally defeat him, you go into another white screen, and Mario turns into a doll. Preferably, I prefer Yoshi, but Mario's a good pick as well. And then later in the games that he gets his friend, brother, relative, Crazy Hand to help him to give Wolf a big hand. Give him big hand to do a lot of damage. Number 4. Shao Kahn is also intimidating in Mortal Kombat 9. In parts of the fight, yes, in many parts of the fight, he is very confident. And that is when Kratos has his advantages with his blade. However, you have to defeat him twice while avoiding all of his attacks and not dying to his power. However, you gotta defeat him twice in many fighting games. That is not Super Smash Brothers. And let's see. However, you have to defeat him twice. I was supposed to. Kratos can. I was surprised that Kratos can compete with Shao Kahn. After defeating him, you get to beat him up and be satisfied that he gets to be beaten up, and then later he gets to blow up, and then he will never show his face again. Number 3. The almighty Ganondorf is very evil and didn't help Link in any games. Ganondorf gives a Link a stare of intimidation. Later in the game, Link has to fight the King of Evil himself, which is known as Ganondorf. I'm sorry, Link! And then he is introduced as the Great King of Evil, Ganondorf. During the battle, he launches a lightning attack that you have to reflect back and forth, until you get him. Then you can use your almighty arrows to do it, and then equip your boots to smash his arrow. Smash. You have to do it multiple times during the battle. And then, if you get damaged way too much, you can fall down and heal yourself up if you need to. I don't think you really need to unless you're down to like 5 hearts, but you can really. And then after the battle, he does the same thing that every boss does: complain and then turn himself into his second form. And he gets complained by he got beat by a kid. And he transforms himself into his final form. Yay! Number 2. Here comes one of the best Mario fights I recently did in 2013. His name is Gooper Blooper. Shiny Sloop, he is awesome. And he is intimidated with his different forms. That's pretty awesome. And yeah, he has many different forms. And then after you use the sponge to poison him instead of poisoning yourself, so you don't die. And he also misses very much, and does dirty damage. And then after, he's like, Shiny Sloop. Nope. And then he disappears out in the water. Number 1. Personal favorite boss of all time is. He is the most epic boss ever, and he is known as Jin Pachimashima. He is known as an intimidating force once he gets into his alternate form, which has a mouth on his six-pack. After defeating, oh my god, it is that. And after defeating him twice, he disappears into that sky. It's actually not that hard. However, if you lose, he is consumed by his devil, and he will never be the same ever again.